Out on the world's unpredictable oceans, just one wrong move can be deadly. But what happens when the forces built to rule these waters don't just work together, but actually become one? Picture a fist, steel and flesh combined, poised to strike with deadly accuracy, anywhere, anytime. This isn't some sci-fi idea. It's as the sharp reality forged in exercises like the Amphibious Ready Group Marine Expeditionary Unit exercise, or ARGMOX for short. So, who are the key players in this high-stakes training? We're talking about two of America's heavy hitters, the U.S. Marine Corps and the U.S. Navy. A lot of times, the focus is on a Marine Expeditionary Unit, or MEU, think the 22nd MEU. This is a super versatile, self-sufficient force of about 2,200 Marines. As a Marine Air-Ground Task Force, they're built for speed and quick deployment. They've got everything they need: their own command, ground troops like a battalion landing team, aircraft, and all the logistical support to back it up. Then you've got their Navy partners, the Amphibious Ready Group. This is a group of cutting-edge warships, including massive amphibious assault ships like the USS Iwo Jima LHD-7. And these ships, they're not just taxis. They're floating fortresses that can launch aircraft, deploy landing craft, and keep operations going far from any friendly port. Iwo Jima, ARG for example, is the launch pad for the MEU to hit targets ashore. When these two team up, they become an integrated naval powerhouse, a clear sign of American strength and a comfort to our allies. That's where this Navy Marine Corps Blue-Green team really gets hammered into shape. It's an all-out training event designed to fuse these separate units into one deadly fighting machine, ready for serious combat. You could call it the final exam before they deploy. During ARGMOX, the 22nd MEU, working from the decks of the Iwo Jima ARG's ships, goes through a whole battery of crucial missions. The main idea, to make them sharper, more lethal, and to make sure they operate as one seamless unit, not two different groups. This tough training gets them ready for pretty much anything, from hitting beaches and conducting raids, to delivering aid and evacuating civilians. One really vital skill they sharpen during ARGMOX is the Maritime Interception Operation, MEO for short. Just recently, on May 18, 2025, the 22nd MEU's Maritime Special Purpose Force, or MSPF, showed off this skill in the Atlantic. And these aren't just practice runs, they're super realistic simulations of boarding ships, friendly or not, day or night. The MSPF is a special crew within MEUs that are certified as special operations capable. They bring their own unique spec ops skills to the table, especially out on the water. A big part of this recent training involved the Training Support Vessel 5 Vindicator. It's a relatively new ship for Training Support Vessel Squadron and this ARGMOX was its first time doing a helicopter visit, board, search, and seizure, or HVBSS training mission, because the Vindicator can stay out longer and has a bigger deck. It means they can run even more complex and true-to-life training. In this exercise, you had MSPF Marines, backed by tiltrotor aircraft from Marine Medium Tiltrotor Squadron, 263 troops from Weapons Company, Battalion Landing Team 3/6, and Navy helicopters from Helicopter Sea Combat Squadron 26, all coming together on the TSV-5 Vindicator. It really shows how tightly their air and ground teams work together, a signature of MEU Ops. The 22nd MEU's Maritime Special Purpose Force is a seriously deadly tool. Pulled together from different parts of the MEU, they can quickly adapt for whatever mission comes their way. Typically, they've got a command team, a security detail, a hard-hitting assault group from Force Recon and surveillance folks, and a support crew. The fact that the 22nd MEU was recently badged as Special Operations Capable really tells you how advanced these guys are. They re-following in the footsteps of the 26th MEU in 2023 and the 24th MEU in 2024 in earning this vital certification. And the training for this MSPF, it's non-stop and covers a huge range of skills. Back in April 2025, they were at Fort Eustis, Virginia, running visit board search and seizure drills, getting even better at intercepting vessels. Before that, in January 2025, MSPF Marines were spotted using drones during mock raids, a great example of how they reusing the latest tech. They also practice specialized ways to get in and out of tricky spots, like using special patrol insertion, extraction, or spee rigging. Every single exercise, every drill, whether it's a simulated raid, resupplying ships at sea, or defending the fleet as it passes through narrow straits. It's all about building that perfect teamwork. So, what's the big takeaway from ARGMA? It's not just about ticking off a list of training tasks. It's a complete transformation. This is where the unique strengths of the Navy and Marine Corps truly melt together, making them far more powerful than the sum of their parts. The sailors on those ships and the Marines they launch become one solid unit. They can react quicker, reach out further, and do more across any kind of military operation you can think of. They come out of this intense training not just prepared, but absolutely sure they can handle whatever comes their way. And it's not just about how good each individual is. It's about the incredible energy they create when all those skills work together, from the top-level planning down to the Marines hitting the beach or taking to the skies. All backed by the Navy's muscle at sea, ARGMEX makes them an unstoppable, tightly knit team. Pretty incredible stuff, right? The dedication and skill these men and women bring is truly something else. If you're keen to see more of how the US military gets ready for global challenges, definitely hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. What part of these joint operations really stands out to you? Drop a comment below, we'd love to hear it. These training operations send a powerful message. They show the world that the US Navy and Marine Corps team is an incredibly skilled force, ready to discourage enemies, protect America's security and economic well-being, and stand by our allies and partners everywhere. When these forces come together, they truly create a deadly force at sea, ready for any threat, any place, any time. You can bet that when the call comes, they'll be ready.